If I would choose one candidate for president, I would like to choose Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. because based on his experience, I can see that he is a good leader. For me, he is the most viable candidate for the highest position in the land. He is the most qualified candidate for the presidency and has a solid track in governance, leadership, and public service. Someone who has a real group of local and international politics and a deep understanding for the real plight of the Filipino people. Speaking of his track record, as a public servant, BBM has more or less 30 years of experience in public. He was governor for 12 years, 3 years as vice governor, 6 years as a member of the House of Representatives or congressman, and 6 years as a senator. As a legislator, he has 54 bills enacted into law, and he has passed around 372 bills and resolutions as the author, co-author, sponsor, and co-sponsor. As a member of Congress, he occupied several committees as chairman, like the Committee on Local Government, Committee on Urban Planning, Housing and Resettlement, and the Committee on Public Works and Highways. Some of BBM's noteworthy legislative measures passed into law that until now serve the Filipino people are the number 1. Establishment of the Youth Commission, Basic Law for Bangsamoro Autonomous Region or Senate Bill 2844, Expanded Senior Citizen Act, Pag-asa Modernization Act, Cybercrime Law, National Insurance Act, Amendment, and many others. As a local executive, he established numerous processing and storage of his province. He was also to be upgrade to his province basic services and put up the first wind farm in Southeast Asia, the Bangoy Windmills. When BBM was serving as local chief executive of his province under his administration, his province received numerous awards, and these include the Top Achiever in Region 1 on Food Security in 2000, Best Performing Province in terms of rice productivity nationwide in 2001, and Best Recommended Tourist Destination Award in 2002. Even when BBM was not occupying a position in government, he did not stop being a public servant amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. He continued to serve the Filipino people, through his humanitarian work and public service using his resources. For instance, he extended PPAs to 413 locations across the country, distributed tablets to students in 16 provinces, and distributed goods to various community pantries. He organized various medical missions, outreach projects, and relief operations across 38 provinces and cities. I see BBM as a strong and independent-minded leader who will most likely devise, conceive, and pursue an independent foreign policy, just like President Rodrigo Duterte, amid the reality that the country faces the mounting challenge of positioning and navigating through the challenging and changing geopolitical arrangements, structures, and realities in the Asia-Pacific region, and even beyond, while securing and preserving the Philippines' national core interest, freedom, and independence, while ensuring that it has good, friendly, and peaceful relations and cooperation with superpowers like China, the United States, Russia, and others. I see BBM as a leader who will continue the fight against illegal drugs and local insurgency and the terroristic acts of the CPP-NPA Filipinos. At this point, want a leader who will seriously build on the success of the current administration and continue the fight against the communist insurgency until peace and development in the countryside are achieved. And that is the reason why I will choose Ferdinand E. Marcos Jr. as our president. In Vice President, I will vote the running mate of Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., who is Sara Duterte, the former mayor of Davao City. I choose her because of her major accomplishment last 15 years ago, like Biyahen Duterte, Davao Life is Here program, push for healthcare and medical infrastructure in Davao City, priority infrastructure in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas for indigenous peoples communities, and COVID-19 pandemic response in Davao City. And those are her top 5 accomplishments and contributions in Davao City. Same as Bongbong Marcos, I believe that she will continue the legacy of her father. Under Duterte's watch, Davao became the 8th richest city in the country in 2020, climbing 1 spot from the year before. Davao was also ranked the 4th most urbanized city by the Department of Trade and Industry. As of 2021, based on the metrics of economic dynamism, government efficiency, infrastructure, and resiliency. She gained national attention after she repeatedly punched a regional trial court sheriff in July 2011, for which she faced administrative and criminal complaints. Duterte was also reprimanded by the Office of the Ombudsman over the matter and faces disbarment complaints. She apologized but said he was ready to face the consequences. In her first term as mayor, she was appointed by President Benigno Noynoy Aquino III to serve as chairperson of the Regional Development Council and selected as chairman of the Board Regional Development Committee, Mindanao Area Committee of the National Economic and Development Authority. Later, from 2016 to 2022, she played supporting roles in the RDC and the Regional Peace and Order Council. Some of the experience of Mayor Sara Duterte is Mayor of Davao City in 2010 to 2013 and 2016 present. Her partner is Carpio and Duterte Lawyers 2013 to 2016. Chairman Board Regional Development Committee. Ay, ikat na ako.